I wanted to share the prompt that I have been using to create study group materials this past semester. And I have created quite a number of topics, and students have created many of their own. The actual study group material looks something like this. It creates a reading of however long you want with specific, and it's written at a designated level, and it bolds vocabulary that is then listed below. I choose to use a Korean translation and an English definition, but you can provide example sentences as well if you want. The infographic is an additional thing. It's not part of the basic prompt. I create that for some of them. The basic prompt does include comprehension questions that students can use, an AI prompt that can use to discuss the article, discussion questions they can use to discuss the article with other humans, and related resources. So to break the prompt down here, you can see the things that need to be modified is the topic that you want to use, the language level. I use the CEFR level, which is explained here, and there are a couple of online tests that students can take to check their level. And if you want a translation, you can modify which language you want the translation in. So in the prompt, you've got a certain word count and language level and a few specifics of how I like the article written. The vocabulary list, you can choose how many words you want and how you want them explained. Comprehension questions, AI prompt. I choose 15 discussion questions. You can choose more or less and how you want them written. And I also include a link to related resources. Once you've used this prompt, you shouldn't have to re-enter it. You can just add the new topic that you want, the level, and the word count. I do often include activity pages like this, where they can learn the words, take multiple choice quizzes, fill in the blank, and check their usage. I'm going to make a separate video of how to create those, and I will do audio recordings myself and also use online tools, kind of AI text to speech tools like these, and students can use those as well. Let's go ahead and demonstrate how this is used. I will copy the prompt, and this works with pretty much all of your large language models. Gemini tends to be the fastest, and I'm pretty satisfied with it. I have to specify my topic. I'll say the science of coffee. And I'll do this at, make it a C1 level, and I'll stick with Korean translation, and that's it. And then in a few seconds, you should have all of your materials. I do find Gemini to be the fastest. And like I said, I'm pretty satisfied with it. And so here we have the reading, the vocabulary, comprehension questions, AI prompt, discussion questions, and resources. If I want to create a new topic, I don't have to start from scratch. I can just say new topic, the physics of baseball, level B1, and we'll go 400 words, 350 words. We'll make it shorter. And so you can just keep using the same conversation anytime you want to create materials. And what I will usually do is simply copy the content and go right to a Google Doc and share that with my students. Students also have access to this prompt, so whenever they want to create their own materials, they can. So that's how I've been creating study groups this semester. If you have any versions of your own or any suggestions or tweaks, let me know. Thanks for watching.